Okay guys, it is snowing again in Utah. It cannot decide what the weather is, and the little bit of ventilation we have in the shed is blowing in snow. It's freezing out here. But I wanted to do a quick video on the most common question I have got this year from people buying quail. It's gonna be one of those popular years to buy quail, which I love because it means more of you are being self-sufficient where you're at. You're not waiting and saying, well, when I get my dream property, I'm gonna get chickens or turkeys or all the things, right? You're saying wherever I am right now, I'm gonna get me some quails and in 6 weeks, I'm gonna have fresh eggs. And I love that. Those are my kind of people. I love it. If you are here, subscribe to this channel, my little small group of people. You are my kind of people, and I'm so glad you're here. So I wanted to share with you, do not, when you go to the farm store and you're like, I'm gonna get me some quail chicks from Kelly or whoever, don't ask them what to get. Most people, coturnix quail is still very, very new to a lot of people. So if you go to the farm store and you say, I'm getting quail chicks, what should I feed them? Most of the time, they're going to tell you, I'd say 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, in my experience here in Provo, Utah, 10 times out of 10, they will tell you chicken chick starter. I did a post about this on my social media, but if you haven't seen it, or just as a quick refresher, chicken chick starter is a no. For one, it is too low protein. Quails feather out in 3 to 4 weeks, fully feathered. That means they need a ton of protein to grow those feathers. Feathers are 90% protein, so it's a lot of protein they need just to get the feathers. So slow chicken chick starter is not going to work. They need 28 to 30%. It's the protein, so 28 to 30% protein, either game bird starter or turkey starter. It's either or, does not matter as long as you have 28 to 30%. Non-medicated is the other thing. Chicken chick starter almost always is medicated. You can find some non-medicated, but even if you do, it's still too low protein. But the medicated, they just don't need it. It's kind of like taking an antibiotic when you're not sick. It just overwhelms their system. It's for lack of a better going in depth reason, it just overwhelms their system. They don't need it. Don't give them anything they don't need. They don't need all that medication in there. Most of the stuff it's medicated for, it's like coccidiosis. Quail really don't get that, especially if they're up off the ground. If you're keeping your quail in cages off the ground, separate from other types of poultry, really not going to get a lot of stuff, if anything at all. Mine don't. So, yeah, the most common problem I have is I will see occasionally prolapse and stuff or getting egg bound. That's the most common thing I see. That's not a disease. That just happens sometimes. As they get older, if they get a big egg, that kind of stuff just happens. So don't get chicken chick starter. 28 to 30% game bird or turkey starter. That's what you need to make your coturnix quail chicks happy and healthy in the first few weeks of life. It is absolutely critical. When they get older and you're moving them outside, they're getting closer to egg laying age, you can switch them to a chicken layer mash. That's totally fine. But when they are babies, is absolutely crucial they get that high protein feed. So don't take the advice of the farm stores. Most of them still don't know a lot about coturnix quail, if they even know what one is. Make sure whoever you're getting your birds from or your eggs from, talk to them, because they're going to be able to, hopefully, they should be able to give you all the information to make you successful. If you're not 100% sure, just come ask me. It's what I'm here for. You don't have to buy from me to get knowledge. Knowledge is free. And I hope that when I share my knowledge with you, when you help someone down the future, you share that knowledge with them. And then it's just a big, amazing community. Speaking of community, QuailCon. Every year, QuailCon, My Shire Farm, Miamisburg, Ohio. You got to be there, dude. You got to be there. It's amazing. Now it's Quail and Homesteading Con, so it goes into more homesteading topics, but it's just a ton of people that are a lot of them in little spaces. Some of them are in huge spaces, and we all just come together, share our knowledge, have a freaking blast at a quail farm in Ohio. It's awesome. So hopefully that helped you guys. If this information was helpful to you, please like and subscribe and let people know so that more people out there can be city limit self-sufficient. That's my goal, is to teach all of you, no matter where you're at, even if you're in a tiny little apartment, you can be self-sufficient. And I hope to help you do that so we can all get stronger together. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.